last season. Average home margin of victory was 13-plus points. A lot of those games weren't even that close as they let things get tight in garbage time.
And not the prototype power forward, but he has tremendous athletic ability.
Picked by Mozgov. LeBron outside. Takes a three. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Dellavedova. James has got his first 3 points of the game.
And more on the Warriors' home dominance. Shot almost 50% as a team at home, which led the league. Shot over 41% from beyond the arc as a team.
And so the ball's out of bounds. Shumpert touched it last. And some changes here for the Warriors. Ezeli's checked in for Draymond Green. And Ian Clark subbed in for Leandro Barbosa. Mozgov with the steal. And Shumpert slams it in.
Whoa, quick hands on the steal and then just mad hops on the slam.
Great sequence for them defensively and Clark offensively.
Well, one usually leads to the other, Kevin. That's just good, aggressive, attacking basketball at both ends.
Livingston dishes to Ezeli. Offline from the top of the key. Well, it's been a high-scoring competitive game through the first quarter of play. Cleveland ahead. They lead by a bucket. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from Oracle Arena in Oakland, California. Neither team able to build much of a lead up to this point as we start the second quarter. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Cavaliers.
Guys, they are dialed in from beyond right now. They didn't waste any time getting into a groove in this game.
Also, what passing we've seen from them here early. I mean, there could be a big number in the assist column if this keeps up.
They've got Harrison Barnes, Ian Clark out there with Steph Curry. Then there's Festus Ezeli, and it's Iguodala in the 4 slot. That's the group for the Golden State Warriors to start the second quarter.
Now, one spot the Cavs did struggle with last year was help off the bench. They were last in the league in bench scoring. This has been a thriller. You cannot say enough about the way these two teams have competed.
All indications, Greg, are that this game is going down to the wire. I mean, I'd be surprised, actually shocked, if it ended any other way.
Now here's Iguodala. Following the miss by Kevin Love. Out of bounds, Cleveland will take possession. Brandon Rush is checked in for the Warriors. Klay Thompson comes in for Ian Clark. Tristan Thompson, he's checked in for Cleveland. Kyrie Irving comes in for Matthew Dellavedova. Cavs not scoring with a lot of their bench. A big part of that is they just didn't go to the bench very often.
Well, you talk about the Cavs and the bench near the bottom in total bench minutes played. The bench didn't have a lot of firepower, didn't shoot the ball well, and considering they got limited minutes, oftentimes struggled to find any kind of rhythm out there.
And he drops in the layup off the glass. Rush has got the lead up to 2 now for the Warriors.
Impressive fast break there. They did a great job advancing the rock with the pass.
And it's Thompson with the jam.
That's how you make an impact with defense. Once the steal is made, you know they're going to be scattered. The floor is open. Take care of business.
Always an advantage when you can get out in the open floor. You get much better rhythm offensively. And this lead, I think, is headed up.
He got there late, but you do have to like the aggressiveness to go after the block. But that one's going to count.
And some changes here for the Warriors. Bogut comes in for Festus Ezeli, and it's Draymond Green in for Barnes. Kicks it to Green. Bogut down low. He's covered by Irving. No good from Bogut.
I tell you what, the defense should send Christmas cards for that miss.
Here's Rush, guarded by Shumpert. Green kicks to Thompson. And Thompson sends it back. Love outside. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time. Love's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Outside Curry. .149 left to play here in the half. 6 on the shot clock. Thompson passes to Green. Curry dishes to Green. Rush outside. Cannot hit. So Cleveland will take it the other way.
They've been strong on the boards. There's no disputing that.
That's what the box score says, but still anybody's game.
And here's Love for 3. Another miss by Love.
He's been wayward and just off on about everything he's put up in this period.
Stolen by Thompson. Rush gets the bucket. Rush has got 4 this quarter. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Warriors.
Well, I think the defensive aggressiveness on display here has caught them off guard, playing airtight defense and coming up with the steal.
Yeah, the other thing, though, is they have attacked in the open floor. They're definitely getting a lot of easy ones that way.
Different look here for the Warriors. Spates checked in for Bogut. Iguodala comes in for Brandon Rush. Leandro Barbosa, he's checked in for Klay Thompson. And it's Livingston in for Curry. And the Cavaliers will go with a different look here. Mozgov, he's checked in for Thompson. Fry comes in for Kevin Love. James checked in for Shumpert. And it's Matthew Dellavedova in for J.R. Smith. 4 on the clock. Here's Irving. Good, and the assist goes to James. That's 10 points for Kyrie Irving. It has been nip and tuck through the first half.
No kidding. I mean, neither team has been able to hold the lead for any length of time, guys.
So close.
Exactly, guys. The way it's seesawed back and forth, unbelievable.
Offline with his 3.
Well, it looks like he's cooled down a bit after hitting those 2 in the first quarter.
Green inside the 3-point line. Misses the jumper.
And honestly, not real happy with the shot selection on that one.
Yeah, clearly a brain fade there. He's got to be a little smarter in his choice making.
He feeds it to Livingston. Fires the 3. No luck. And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. Cavaliers lead by 1. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of the third quarter. Welcome back, everyone. The second half about to get underway, and it's been a close one so far. You look at Kyrie Irving in this game, he has been everywhere.
Yeah, created a lot of quality shots for himself in that first half, and he knew when to pass it up when the double team came.
And that led to a very high points per shot number for him. For those of you that are into analytics, that stat really tells how efficient a player has been, and he's been very efficient so far.
Well, both sides have assessed what they need to do over the break in halftime. We'll see now if one can pull out away here in the third. You look at Kyrie Irving in this game, he has been everywhere.
I just love the tenacity on the defensive side. I mean, his play on D has been a huge factor for them as he continues to get steal after steal.
And guys, as the game moves on, I think he should continue to be aggressive defensively to keep ball handlers off balance.
On the court for Cleveland, Kyrie Irving and J.R. Smith at the guard set. LeBron and Love are the talented pair at the forward position. And it's Thompson in at the 5, down low. And Green slams it in.
How about the feel and the awareness he had there, finding his teammate behind the defense on the break? And sometimes we all just want to show people that we have the range.
Yeah, you speaking from experience? We already know how good his range is. He shouldn't be firing from that deep. Well, I tell you, the Warriors roster fit together hand in glove. They were led by the Splash Brothers, but the front court and the bench really complemented the rest of the team perfectly because all of the players for the Warriors were extremely versatile and highly skilled.
Count it, and the Warrior lead has been cut to just 5 on the basket from Kyrie Irving. Now a timeout called by Golden State. And as the coaches go to the clipboard to outline their strategy during the timeout, the players getting a chance to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's key to staying fresh all the way to the final whistle.
And Kevin, it really is. And every one of these players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up.
Here's Irving, following the basket by Stephen Curry. Irving attacking. Pass to Smith. Cleveland needs to get a shot off here. Love with the bucket.
First 3 of the half, second of the game. Can he heat up?
Oh! Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying, Clark, to get back into this game like this.
Yeah, definitely a jam with emphasis. A big apostrophe or exclamation point. How about maybe even a question mark, partner?
Yeah, I would have to say there are a lot of questions right now from a defensive standpoint. That's for sure.
You got to love the big bucket in the paint and this sort of grinded out physical game.
That's the kind of look they can continue to go with. Maybe that'll help them create some separation on the scoreboard.
Curry attacking. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. Well, you go back last season, the Cavs had a very slow start to the year. Not surprising. They had a lot of new faces and people they were bringing together. Clark, it didn't look like the powerhouse they would end up being, as we saw.
Well, you know, they were kind of fumbling and bumbling around in the 5th and 6th spots in the East for the first half of the season. Made some changes, though, through trade, and that got them going, I think.
James kicks to Love. Yes, it's James picking up the assist. And it's 8 points for Love.
Well, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
And the dunk by Barnes.
Boy, he threw out some punishment with that 2-hand throwdown.
And Clark, now's the time to do it. Continue to attack that rim. And those mid-season trades for the Cavs really turned things around. Mozgov came in, J.R. Smith and Shumpert secured that 2 spot, gave this team an incredible edge defensively.
And so he draws the foul on the shot, a trip to the line to shoot 2.
Yeah, and you know, they built the roster to how they played best mid-season. I mean, it was a great job, I think, by the front office to get the players that fit best into the locker room and into the team style of play.
Catching up on the changes for Golden State. Spates checked in for Festus Ezeli. Iguodala comes in for Barnes. And it's Livingston in for Steph Curry. Dellavedova dishes to Fry. Marked down low that time, and he got the 3-second call. Second half here. We're just over 3.5 minutes into it. It's Iguodala with the drive. On the wing, Thompson. Back to Iguodala. Livingston kicks to Iguodala. From deep, Green. And the shot is good. Green's got 6 in the quarter.
The shot quality is very good here, and they're making most of them this half.
Yeah, converting at a really high level. The field goal percentage continues to creep upward.
He kicks to Iguodala.
HBK, yeah, you know how we